Okay. You do that.
Is this thing on?
Maybe.
We're professionals here.
Are we?
Being a professional involves a lot of improvisation. Am I on the screen
Okay,
properly?
Just
Okay.
ask a jazz musician.
Haha.
It's very hard to be a professional jazz musician.
Also true. Hello and welcome to your weekly dose of mayhem, the only show where we have such a bad schedule that we can't even schedule our final episode correctly.
And Nate didn't read the dress code. Yeah.
Yeah, how
what
dare
do you think,
Nate?
huh?
That's fair. I did wear my Electric Mayhem shit.
I can't believe you're
For this
complaining about the
episode.
planning of this intricate media program,
I
and
don't
you didn't
think-
even get the memo about the dress code.
I don't even own one
Pink
of those.
shirt and then like beige pants. That
yeah,
was the dress
exactly.
code.
I don't even own one of those, dude.
Okay.
Well, when you saw
Womp
the dress
womp.
code, you should have bought one.
Exactly, bro. Come on, Nate.
So I think in the last episode, which was 2 weeks ago, I promised 2 more episodes. One before words and one afterwards. The one I don't remember why we didn't do the one before words, but I think we were just busy.
Yeah.
And I also don't think we really had anything to talk about.
No, I think there was something up that Friday.
Yeah, there was something going on. Oh, maybe it was like research presentations or something.
No, because ours was on Monday. I think it might have been something to do with. I can't remember.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Fridays never work.
Fridays.
Yeah,
are
next year,
Fridays.
not doing Fridays
Yeah.
anymore. These Friday, it's really hard to get Fridays. I'll address what's happening behind us or in front of us after. The second Friday, the one directly afterwards, I had forgot that I had a slight case of being in DC for History Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And without turning this into weekly dose of History Bowl, we lost.
Yeah, you went all that way. You didn't even win.
Oh,
We
man.
did go to this like all the Smithsonians though, so it did work out good.
But would you rather go to all the Smithsonians or one weekly dose of mayhem? Yeah, that's
There's
what I
one
thought.
right answer.
You could have FaceTimed me.
No, I couldn't because I don't have FaceTime.
Oh yeah, because you have an Android.
I mean, I have FaceTime, but I don't
Jana
have
could
your
have
number.
FaceTimed me. It would have been an exclusive episode. Jana and I, Nate in DC.
Or you could have been here.
And
Yeah, you should have.
and that brings
You
us
should've-
up to now, which is now finally the season finale, standing as is tradition. And before we get into some of the more what we thought of Einstein's and words in general and game predictions, Hamid and Jana for that matter, what
Hello.
did we do last Tuesday?
I don't remember.
Jana, work with me.
Evening of Mayhem.
And Hamid, what is the evening of mayhem?
I remember what we did now. So the evening.
You weren't joking about that. You just actually forgot.
I don't remember things by days. Never. I live in the present and I forget the past immediately.
Dang, bro.
Like there's like a cache in my brain and it's got like the last like 6 hours going in it and it just deletes everything after 6 hours.
I forget the present and I forget the past. I forget the present and I forget the past. I forget the present.
That's so dumb.
Thank you. As is my tradition.
So Evening of Mayhem was an event that we put on, the Electric Mayhem. We put it on in the evening so you can sort of, get at where the name comes from. And it was basically an event where we showed off a whole bunch of cool stuff like the lab and a whole bunch of our side projects and our robots to a whole bunch of adults because we want them to help us because we need to be fed and among other things we need to be driven places.
We need supervision.
Yeah, well,
Well, that was the main one.
that's like optional. But like food, less
non-optional.
less optional.
food. You
Jana,
need
have
that.
anything to add for that?
It was goofy, and there was a lot of sand and a lot of Legos.
You just gave away the spoiler for the sand, dude.
You didn't tell me that I wasn't
I could
supposed to
use
say that.
Jana mentioning sand to transition into sand game, but I'm not going to. I was giving at Evening of Mayhem. I was giving tours to parents and members of the local Buffalo engineering community. as Thomas said, in the hopes of getting parents to help us like with things like feeding us on Saturday build days, or driving us driving us in like mom vans to outreach events,
Yep.
and local engineering folks to do stuff like mentoring,
Yup.
consulting,
Perhaps.
dare I say, joining the team.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yes, and it went very well. And we met up with this guy that one of our mentors, Jeff, knew, who has a big shop where he can do things like route carbon fiber. So hopefully we can get that kind of going. Hi, Brady.
Does he have a water jet?
I believe so. I'd love to get a tour of the place so we can actually see his capacity. And a
Four-axis-
four-axis mill. So that's Brady behind the camera.
Very nice.
Yeah, hi, Brady.
It's Brady's last day of school, so I'm going to salute Brady goodbye. He fought with us valiantly. Best driver, nearly undoubtedly.
Yep.
Speaking of driving, I see Mr. Coburn, Josh, and Conrad standing on the north side of the lab in
Very-
the dark
yeah,
for some
very dark.
reason, playing with the
Turn
robot.
the lights on, guys.
Mr. Coburn, why don't you have the light on?
Brady, what are you doing? Oh, there he
We
is.
are live.
Oh, hi.
Would you like a microphone?
Natural lighting.
Would
good
you
for
like
the
a
skin.
microphone?
Natural lighting is good for the skin.
Not good for seeing what you're doing.
Yeah. Notably not great for vision.
It's good for the skin, not
Oh.
good for.
Are you taking? Oh, are
Look
you
here,
taking
robot.
Janice over to Nicholas Night now?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Neat.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
another thing. Brady, can you point the camera back at us?
No, it's like with those establishing shots where like the person walks away from the camera and then has to run pick it back up. Hi, Nate.
Hi. We're
Nate.
doing tomorrow night is Nicholas Night, which is I guess we're doing this over
okay,
here now.
Okay, we're going over here now.
Tomorrow night is Nicholas
Stepping on my
Night.
cable, bro.
I'm trying to
okay,
get back
whoop,
on
whoop.
above my name. Tomorrow night is Nicholas Night, which is Nicholas' fundraising extravaganza. They throw a party so that they get more money, as is tradition for nonprofits. And they asked us to show off the robots. So we finally put bumpers on the bubble bot, and we're sending Janice off. And Josh is driving it tomorrow. Everyone wave.
Bye, Janice.
Bye, Janice.
Okay, before they embarrass themselves taking that up the stairs, let's rotate this. So yeah, someone give me a good transition into talking about woods.
Sand?
No, wrong thing.
Big convention centers. Ooh, you love big convention centers. Huge bleachers, long bleachers.
Speaking of
Metal bleachers.
9.8, the gravity cancel. Also speaking of convention centers, the Georgia Brown Convention Center in beautiful Houston, Texas, hosted weeks ago now. It's so old news. Woods and Madtown won.
Wow.
And Madtown and Jack in the Bot won. That was Jack in the Bot's first one? Yep. Madtown's third? What was the other year they won? 2019. Yeah, Madtown won Hamid and I's freshman year, and they won again, defeating reigning champions Orbit. Kind of crazy that Orbit made it to finals 2 years in a row, alongside the clone that they formed through mitosis, High Tide. I did really like High Tide Drill, but yeah. So Orbit won. Madtown won. Madtown had a really cool L1 placer. I was talking about it on the day, but their intake, which normally would feed into their elevator thing, instead of just feeding in, it just kind of shoots out, and then the core goes. And then they have another thing to push it further back so it can get more up there. And I said on day one, on that Wednesday, that they would probably win because of that, and they did. So
That's great. Do you feel proud of yourself?
Yeah, do you provide
I
yourself?
do.
Okay.
I'm like
Okay.
Brady predicting awards at FLA. But I predict robots at Einstein. And then, yeah, Jack in the Bot copied Jack in the Bot, who copied Jack in the Bot, and won. Mach 5s, SES Mach 5s. That's pretty cool.
Of course, Brady's excited.
What?
Whoa.
Brady's excited. I inherited Brady's SDS hoodie. Gotta pass that along. Mach 5s, that's pretty hype. Can't wait for those to come out and to not buy them. as is tradition with Swerve Marches. You gotta buy them a year late.
Yup.
What else happens at Woods?
They have food.
What?
They have food.
At Woods?
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yummy.
Remember when we got Hello Guys?
Yeah.
That was really good.
That was awesome.
I hope they had that this year.
How much joy meat and rice can bring. And sauce.
And sauce.
Sauce.
And a food truck in Houston, and it's like 90 degrees.
It's not a food. Well, it's not a food truck.
Yeah, it was a food truck.
No, it's a stand inside
Oh.
inside the convention center, bro.
Okay, bro.
What?
Remember the fire alarm?
Oh, I remember the fire alarm my freshman year.
There was a
Yeah.
strategic pause between fire and alarm there.
I remember the fire alarm. That was really funny. At most 20 minutes after we walked in, the
Yeah.
first day of Words of freshman year, fire alarm went off.
And then it happened again later.
But no, everyone ignored it that time.
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
No
we
one
were
left.
just going to conferences at that point.
Yeah,
the first
I
time
think
we
they went over
evacuated.
the PA, they went, don't worry about it,
Yeah.
which was funny.
No, because the first time we evacuated, the second time we were
Yeah.
just like, oh wow, it's a fire alarm again. We like made a video to make fun of it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Anyway, what? Later. I wanted to talk about Mechanical Advantage. I don't know why I was blanking on the name. I like the robot. I always liked the robot. I wish they did better, but I don't know if I mentioned this when it happened, but Mechanical Advantage won with the Iron Panthers, a district event in Massachusetts, and we know the mentors of the Iron Panthers. They used to be on this team, and that was pretty cool.
Cool.
Who was the other team they won with at that event? It was Wyndham Windup, also a team I like. That was one of Will's favorite teams. Yeah. Anyway, moving swiftly along into FTC words, the Gorilla Bots from our region, they were first place. They were first captain on our field, which was crazy. Did not see that coming. I knew they were good.
Yeah.
But that super did not see that coming. I didn't see a line selection for that. I don't know if they didn't pick them or if they declined, but their field also had Upper Creek, which would have actually go on to win FTC this year. So that was cool to see. Upper Creek's robot, probably one of the coolest robots ever from both programs, at least that I've seen. Definitely up there, like that. Did you see the behind the bumpers for that?
No.
Or the behind the bot?
No.
Did you?
No.
That was really cool. They had those was, yeah. Okay. I know. Well, I know you did. Those was the robot that could clip the specimens internally.
Well, to be fair, you didn't see the dress code.
Yeah. Yeah, Nate.
Was this in an email?
No, it was a physical. I sent it by carrier pigeon.
Yeah.
You didn't get my
Oh,
scroll?
I did see a dead pigeon on the side of the road this
Oh,
morning.
they got him.
They?
Them.
Them?
Yeah.
The nefarious them?
Yeah, they got him. The evil pigeon shooting folk.
I think it was some
Like
guy
the
on my
Clash?
street.
That is, for those who don't know, Joe Strummer and one of the other Clash members shot a racing pigeon on top of a building in London in 1979, and they went to jail for it.
Did you know that actually the photographer that showed up to a lot of their concerts actually shot photos? I'm sorry. That was awful.
That was a good one. I don't have it pulled up. Shockbots, who was also in our region, also had a really cool robot this year. This is still FTC. I don't know how well they did. The Havana Shockbots. No, I want the Shockbots.
The Jamaica National Championship.
Dang.
Of course.
They were second alliance on their field. They were second alliance. Did they move on to FTC Einsteins? Dang, that sucks. Shockbots got
Crazy.
finalists apparently.
Sweet.
They had a really cool robot. Their robot was so fast when we saw it at Utica. A well-deserved dub at Utica. And yeah, that's kind of it for words on my. That's for me. You guys got anything? What did you think of words, Shanna?
Well, I don't know. It's interesting watching it since it was my first time getting to watch it. I mean, I didn't come up to the meetup or anything, but like we had it on like the TVs for like most of that week.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, I watched more of the FRC one because I'm more FRC inclined, but yeah, it was pretty cool to see all like the best teams from every region get to compete against each other. That's really interesting.
I'm a fan of big convention centers.
I'm a fan of sand.
So are we.
I'm a fan of dirt.
I was trying to get us.
I'm a fan of light.
Really?
Yeah.
We should be friends. Howard, tell us what you've been working on. It's really
Okay.
Sand.
I'm gonna pan the camera over. Brady, get out of the way!
Hold on, should I play with the sand?
Oh my God, Brady!
You just started recording
Brady.
this.
Brady, in order to get out of the pan of the camera, goes. Oh, there he is.
Look at that.
Hi,
He just
Brady.
started he just started recording in OBS, dude.
Brady
Okay.
just jumps up on top of the table, smushing all of Ahmed's wig.
There's a $1,000
Smoosh.
projector on there that I'm yet to put on the table.
Oh my
Hey
God,
guys,
it's
hey
sand.
guys, it's me.
Hey guys, it's
Hold
me.
on. I'm adjusting the camera. All right, time to bring my cable over because you guys wanted the wireless mics.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Hello. I'm gonna wrap this around Jaina a little bit. There
What
you go.
did I do?
Hello.
Gang ground.
What's up? It's Sand Gang
Uh,
down on the floor.
down
Sand
on the floor
pit,
where we
sand
belong.
pit.
Sand.
Am I even in? I'm in frame. Okay.
Yeah, you are.
So, Jaina, why don't you tell them a little bit about your project?
What? My
I'm
project?
kidding. Okay. So this is the AR sand table I've been working on because I don't know. I thought it was cool.
That's cool.
It is
So
cool.
they just like playing with the sand. They don't even care about the tech that goes into it. They just
Tell
care
me about the
sand.
tech helmet. I care.
Thank
Tell me
you,
about the tech.
Nate, for asking about the tech. So the AR sand table was originally a concept designed by a university. I forgot which one. UC Davis. And it's basically just a Kinect on top of a sand table, like an Xbox Kinect sensor, and it senses the depth of the sand, so it senses like how tall the sand is at every point, and then it uses a projector to map out the height of the sand as different colors back on the sand. Brady, what are you doing? Okay, thank you.
But Hamid, I don't see any colors.
That's because the projector's not on there. Did you try looking up, maybe?
Oh. Oh.
Nothing there. So yes, the original AR sand table that we had was based on the UC Davis code, and I was just like, that sounds not good. And also, it stopped working a long time ago, which is why I started working on this. And I decided that instead of my project being to just run a program that was made by someone else, I would use Python to run a library made by someone else.
Of course.
So, significant improvement overall. So right now I've got it to the stage where you can see the depth of the sand on the screen at 12 FPS, but my goal is to get it on the sand at 30 FPS. Yeah.
Woo.
I have a special relationship with this project in particular because the first outreach event I ever went to was the Erie County Fair the summer before my freshman year on this team. And
He's just blurring the camera, dude.
what?
Dude, you gotta rotate the focus dial to get it
two
in
dials.
focus.
Oh my god.
There's two dials, both of them control focus a little bit. And both of them also control zoom a little bit.
It's really annoying. Anyway,
Bro.
and I got to run this demo at the Erie County Fair. The first time I ever heard about this was at the Adirondack Museum in, believe it or not, the Adirondacks, where they have a really big one of these. Like, it's like room-sized. It's really cool.
Yeah. Those ones
so-
cost a lot of money.
Yeah, there was like 8 projectors or something. It was like
Can
a
you-
big table that filled most of the
Can you
room, but
recall if it was multiple like sensors, or does it not? Okay,
I was like 8.
okay. Well, I'm sorry. At 8, you should have been looking at how they set up the infrastructure for such projects.
Yeah, Nate, how dare you?
Oh, the sand is being lit up by magic light. No, you got to look for these things, Nate. Come on.
I was more interested in making my river.
Oh, you do the river? You just
Yeah.
wanted to make a little river?
Because theirs was set up to where it was like a topographic map, so like the higher things would be like mountains.
That's
and they would be
what I'm
gray.
doing.
I know he's doing the same thing, which is good.
That's the default. That's usually what it is.
okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I really think it's cool, and I'm happy that we're bringing it back better than ever. Though the last time I ever saw this working was at the Erie County Fair when I was demoing it.
So did you break it?
That is not outside of the realm of possibility.
You've made me go through all of this.
I demoed it in like the middle of our fair days, so it probably died towards towards the end of the Thursdays, but I only
I
went
bet you'd
one
want to
day.
think that.
I would like to think that. Anyway, can we rotate the camera back?
Yeah, okay, let's
Amy,
get
you-
Oh, okay, bro.
Oh, my back. Oh, my knees. Oh. Okay.
It's also kinetic sand, so it's like real gooey.
So it also gets packed down a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa, is that the FTC Open Alliance?
FTC Open Alliance.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
I think this is called shuttle foreshadowing. I didn't even mean to talk about. I wanted to talk about this. But
What's
like
shuttle
before.
foreshadowing?
Shuttle foreshadowing.
It's like the guys.
Sort of.
This one's called Apollo 1. Guess what happens next?
FTC Open Alliance. To make this brief, because we actually don't have much planned out yet, because we still have to have a meeting. We're bringing it back.
Yeah.
This is not a one-year thing. FTC Open Alliance. It's coming back. It's going to be better than ever. More features. More features. More open.
It's going
more
to
alliance.
when you click the
More
Teams
alliance.
page, it's going to take less time to load.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
Yep.
FTC Open
Yippee.
Alliance. Bringing it back.
Yep.
Be on the lookout. Check your mailbox. FTC Open Alliance teams. We're going. Oh, wait.
We're getting a new carrier pigeon.
And this one's actually gonna carry something potentially very cool if it actually works out. Anyway,
Two
FTC Open
unladen
Alliance.
swallows carrying a coconut between them.
I thought we were getting it from bonfire.
What?
Smoke signals.
Oh, all future FTC Open Alliance posts must be written in smoke signal.
You just got to be there.
You've got to. It's got to travel across the mountains of Gondor.
Be written in a smoke-like font on signal.
It's got to be written in like
Also acceptable.
fire word art.
You're going down to Flavor Town. Anyway, FTC Open Alliance. We're bringing it back. Get hype.
Subscribe to this channel and the Fun Robotics Network channel.
You should already be subscribed to the Fun Robotics Network.
Yeah, what are you
channel.
doing?
It's awesome. Like, what are you doing?
Jeez, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Like, lock in.
what that, guys?
Put the fries in the bag. Finally,
And why aren't you subscribed to this one? You're watching the podcast. Jeez.
Anyway, speaking of sand,
well, I had a better one. You better subscribe to this channel. Or I'm gonna put you in the ground. Speaking of ground,
That is a oh my god, dude. I can't believe this. I gotta subscribe.
speaking of ground,
I think the sand one was better, to be fair.
speaking of sand,
Yeah. Sand game.
sand game, dirt game,
dirt game,
earth game,
dirt game,
ground
earth game, ground game,
First age.
first age. Gotta say, first age, not it. They should have gotten a better season title.
Yeah. I think the game titles are pretty good, but first age is nah.
Like you could say 3,
I think
2, 1,
Decode
9.
is fine.
Yeah.
I think Decode is good. The other two are like, okay.
Yeah, Unearth is good.
Unearth isn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Rebuilt.
Oh yeah.
Rebuilt.
That one's kind of mid.
Yeah, isn't that the FRC one that's kind
Yeah,
of mid?
rebuilt. FSC is rebuilt. Let's start with Unearthed.
Okay.
What do you think Unearthed is gonna be? Let's start with Harmon.
I reckon it's gonna involve a piece of large paper with markings drawn on it that is situated on a black tabletop with Lego robots on top of it, completing missions.
Unearthed is FTC.
Is it?
No,
No.
it's FLO.
No, it's FLO.
Oh, I thought Decode was FRL.
No, Unearth is no.
Oh.
No.
No, because they made a whole mosaic at Worlds where it went from submerged to unearthed.
Okay,
That's
well,
the
I guess
whole-
I'm the idiot then. Decode. I want to talk about Decode.
Okay.
The FRL game is going to come out in like a couple weeks.
Okay,
anyway.
I was confused as to why you were asking me
Yeah.
about FLL. I barely do it.
Decode.
Decode. I
Is it
mean
Decode or Decoded?
Decode.
Decode.
Decode. Okay.
I don't have like a game prediction for FTC and FRC like individually. I
Yeah.
just think that some part of the game is gonna involve like getting like a large like piece of like sand or something like that, and like
Keep going.
a large like a vat of sand or dirt or something like that, and then you have to dig. Your robot has to dig into it and like extract minerals or like something like that. Some sort of mining game type of thing, or like
Sponsored by the Minecraft movie.
yeah, archaeology. Like you have to collect like from sand pits. You have to collect shards and make them into something.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be sand specifically. That seems messy.
Well, no, like
Yeah,
like
I
a
know, 'cause they
sand,
would
a
dig into
simulated
something.
sand.
What?
Like a simulated
Yeah,
sand.
digging
Like
into
s-
something to get something else. That could be cool.
Yeah,
For
like the
either game.
sand are like smaller like balls or like pellets, and
Yeah.
the artifacts are larger.
Yeah.
It's like saying, oh, you shouldn't have coral on an FRC field. That seems you'd have to rip up a lot of coral for that.
What are your predictions?
Um.
Decode or rebuild?
You want to come a little bit closer into
Oh, am I
the
out of
frame?
frame? Oh, I've been like waltzing out of frame, haven't I?
Yeah.
I don't know. My prediction for Decode was about the same as Hamid, so I'm gonna go to Rebuild. I think it's gonna be like you. Well, I think it might just be like you have this like giant wall of like I don't know ancient artifacts or whatever, and then like you gotta like I don't know grab them with like some giant arm mechanism.
Oh, so you got to grab artifacts.
So-
That's a very original idea.
It's first, bro. What did you expect? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll be like artifact shape or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they'll be weird and wonky. It'll be like a puzzle. Maybe you gotta like form a. Oh.
Center stage.
Like,
Center,
like
center
ruins,
stage
like
game.
ruins.
Yeah, center
Oh,
stage
yeah.
S game could be cool. That
That would
was
be
my
nice.
prediction.
Mm.
I think
Yeah.
a center stage S game where like you have to like put something in some certain order because that was the original archaeology game was like. The
Yeah.
FTC one,
Which
whatever
one?
that one was called. I don't remember what it was called. The one with the blocks. That was. I think it would be placing something in some certain order. For FSC, I think we'll actually do. Relic Recovery, yeah. For FSC, I think we'll do for a shooting game. They seem to be going every other nowadays.
Yeah.
So let's do a shooting game, guys.
Please.
Last time we had a shooting game, I made it a pick and place game and we lost. So let's do a shooting game so I can make it a shooting game and win.
So you get a rocket launcher, and then you launch it at a wall of artifacts, and then you get the artifacts.
So yeah, game. Brady, what are your game predictions?
So I think there's gonna be like a bunch of things in the middle, and maybe a human player station where you're gonna have to pick up game pieces, and then you're gonna want to do something with them for points. And at the end, there's gonna be a parking zone and another thing that you might have to latch onto, grab, ascend up, or climb on to get more points.
So Brady said Brady has basically named everything that has been in nearly every first game. Though one crucial mistake, you said something might be in the middle. So we'll see if there's some. We'll see if there's something.
Middle
We'll see if this
game.
is a middle or side game. Anyway, I'm getting a phone call, which means I probably have to go home now. That's on the stream.
Okay.
Oh, it is.
Whoa,
It is.
whoa,
Okay.
whoa, whoa,